but we are joined by our team at Sportsday.
Yep.
No badge, I understand, but we do have Sats and Woogie there ready to rock and roll. G'day, gentlemen.
How are you guys? Yeah, badge,
gents.
another 3 weeks off.
3 weeks.
Comes back for 4 and takes 3 off.
Yeah.
Well, the surf's firing up there. That's what I imagine Badge should
It
be
is.
at.
Up where?
flying.
What,
On the
local?
Goldie.
Oh, right.
Northern New South Wales,
It's on
yeah.
the Cook. He'd be out there at a cabarita, just dropping in on everyone. Just saying. Boys, what did you
Yeah.
think? I know. Did you get up and watch it? Please tell me you got up and watched the Socceroos.
Yes.
Woogie?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
A good.
I got up at 1. I got up for the 1 a.m. 2 a.m. game your time as well.
Oh, okay. Our time. It's only an hour away, but were you? You just been frothing on the World Cup? Woogie?
Yeah, have.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of our former colleagues, Benny Jones, who went over there just for a bit of a trip, and so we caught up with him a couple of times to get his take on what's going on over there. It was weird, like a weird place from all by the sounds of it. But yeah, I've enjoyed it. I thought that performance on the weekend against Argentina, it was outstanding, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, we were just saying. Look, you could tell we just don't have that skill, but I thought we look a lot fitter.
Yes.
Like the back
Yeah.
end of that second half, like the hands on hips by the Argentinians. I think our fitness was definitely one of our strengths.
It's brutal, the fitness you need, isn't it?
And they're not big people, but the amount of running they have to do.
I wonder, would you run a lot more in that game than AFL?
Yes, I would say
Do
yes.
you think so? I reckon the AFL.
I reckon the referee does more running.
Well, the
in
AFL, you're
soccer
doing
than-
anywhere from, about 14 to 20 kilometres per game. Some of those guys that are
But
they're
it's
always on the go.
end to end.
That's 2 hours though. That's over 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'd love to, just speaking about the AFL, I'd love to just one off season, just say to Latrell Mitchell, Latrell, go and train with the Swans for 3 months, and we'll see when you
Shut
go
up,
back.
Joel. We don't want that happening.
No, not to play. I
Yeah,
reckon,
what if he gets injured?
mate, you can get
Are you
injured doing
saying he's
anything.
fat?
No, I'm saying that he could represent super fit Latrell, and he would be impossible to stop.
Well, can I tell you this?
Yeah.
One year we trained, or one session, I should say, we trained with the Swans, and we also trained with some boxers.
Yes.
And what had happened? It was just a one session. We're getting flogged, but we mixed everything up. So you had to do your Swans 100-metre sprints, then the 250 runs, and they flogged us on that.
Yep.
Then we had to do the up and downs. Mm-hmm. We smashed them on that. Up and down and wrestle, and then combine all three. Boxers won.
Really?
Boxers won, hands down. So the Swannies, terrific at running, but they were legless at getting up off the ground.
That's the
to go
contact,
forward.
yeah.
They couldn't handle it.
I tell you, I came back in after 2004 from Salford. Those pork chops had ripped me off Radisson, Maine. So I was going to tools down, and the only training I was doing was, and I was never the fittest player in the team, but the only training I was doing was with the Cronulla touch side, the open side, right?
Sure was the Mermaids.
No, no, and
Darren Shelley.
Tim
and
Sheen's,
co.
Darren Shelley, hello to and JB out there. Tim Sheen's had the Tigers just by coincidence out on the sandhills, and I was doing some sandhills, and he said, "Come and join the boys," and I flogged the boys.
Yeah.
And
How'd you go in fitness though?
but mate, it's the reason I bring this up is they don't let their players do
No.
it. It's the very best fitness you can get for them.
They were raucous, those Wanda Sandhills.
Oh, how bad were they?
Oh,
But
I've never vomited so much in my life on those things.
we had to do one, and people don't believe me, where you had to get your similar position and you had to carry him up on your back like fireman's carry.
Oh yeah.
That was Scotty Petherbridge collapsed. Like literally collapsed
Did he?
and just didn't get up.
Scotty Petherbridge.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, it's
South.
talk about cross codes. Is there a player you guys played with that could have gone and played AFL? Like I've always believed, there's still a room for the small man in the game. Like Paul Kelly was my favourite player, played for the Swans, and but I thought Preston could have played.
I had it written
Preston
down.
Campbell could have played
AFL.
AFL. Yeah,
Andrew Walker.
oh,
Andrew Walker could have played AFL easily.
Corey Pearson.
Corey Pearson.
No, I tell you what about Corey Pearson. I was joking about AFL, but he could. He's a sportsman. I think he played first grade cricket. Corey Pearson.
Baby steps. We used to call him baby
eggshells.
steps.
Yeah.
Here comes baby steps.
Yes, boys. Now we've been talking all things. We've been talking all things World Cup. What did you guys think about? What did you think, Brian, about the French team resting their players?
Yeah, I thought it was smart because they were guaranteed to go to the next round of 16. They are one of the favourites.
Yes.
I have no issue because I like the French.
Yes.
My brother-in-law's French.
Oh, right.
I love anything to do with French. I love a baguette. I love a croissant. But I know you're going with this because it's now time for this. So no articles this week. We're going straight to the audio. Sugar asked me what did I think of the French resting a few players. Well, Woogie had his take on it, and he came up with this beauty.
I'm not eating French onion dip this weekend.
You can do what you want.
Sorry. Play that again, please, Marco.
I'm not eating French onion dip this weekend.
One more, please, Mark.
One more.
Yeah.
I'm not eating French onion dip this weekend.
So I can understand why you wouldn't do that. But
So funny.
Woogie, you better
Sorry.
cut. Freudian slip? I think not.
Yeah. Oh, I was just getting carried away at the dogs, the greyhounds on
Yeah,
Thursday night.
Because he wanted to protest. He wanted to protest everything French. I mean, everything French.
I said no croissants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so funny.
So Woogie, you were upset. You were upset. Oh, excuse me. I just
French onion?
I just had a French onion dip. Goodness me.
Straight to the delicacy.
Oh, hang on, he's leaving now. See you, Henri. So,
Oh, no.
so was he, Woogie, were you upset because you knew that we needed to win against Emma? Is that that's what you were upset about?
I thought the French had done everything to knock us out of the World Cup.
Yeah.
That was my.
That was your take on it.
yeah.
And what else? Have you done anything else? Have you given up French kissing this week?
Jeez, I can't remember the last time Mrs. and I kissed. Yes, I have. Yeah, that one's gone.
What else?
I gave up croissants this weekend.
Good.
And watching any Gerard Depardieu movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've stopped watching SBS movies.
Yeah, what about your favourite, Filet of fish? That's French.
Oh, God.
So good.
I knew that had come back.
Hey, you got to blame Jack. Jack's the one that got that audio.
He's
though.
a jerk.
Yeah.
Now we like Jack.
Yeah, we love Jack.
Well done, Jackie boy. What else, boys? What else?
Hey,
you got
what do you
for us?
make of the so Thai temple left without any monks after they all failed drug tests? Four monks, including the head of the monastery, were forced to leave the the monkhood. Sorry, not
Hang on.
manhood.
What is it with you two?
After the urine test showed evidence of illegal drugs.
Yeah, on the
it
meth.
reported to be meth.
Yeah,
Wow.
the monks on the meth. Monks
What's going on
meth.
up in those temples?
It's not man of match anymore. Monks on meth. Well, this is what happened on A Current Affair when my favourite monk was caught at Sexyland. Remember, Sexyland was like an adult sex shop.
Yeah.
My favourite two episodes, Kamal
Yeah.
and Sexy Monk. That's what it was called.
Current affair.
But I think, so maybe they've just realised that the monks, because you can't talk and you've got to just go into this hectic meditation. They're probably just thinking, well, we've done all this. Let's go and get out and get on the gravel.
Just all ripped off their heads.
Yeah, by the sounds of it.
Yep.
No, it is bad. It's bad.
Hey, what about the cricket?
Yeah, I know.
What about the crowds at the cricket?
Disappointing.
40,000 over the whole.
Disappointing.
Yeah. I
Test
heard you
match.
coming into the studio. I heard you talking about the Adelaide Test, which is a day-night, a little bit more exciting.
Yes.
And you're talking about, people getting kicked out, like Jason Taylor at the SCG that day. What teammate of yours, if you wake up next morning and saw some footage on Today's Show, whatever it may be, that a NRL player has been kicked out of the cricket, which teammate would it be?
Craig Gower.
Again.
Yeah, Craig Gower. Yeah.
Craig Gower, $1.01.
Yep. True.
Joey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Joey,
Yep.
definitely.
Yeah.
Myself, maybe.
Oh,
Out of a corporate box.
You're in the Gower. You're in
Chrissy
the Gower
Walker.
market.
Chrissy Walker. No, I'm not in the Gowie market.
Oh, I've got chips, and they're just going all in. Hass Sailor.
Oh, yeah.
You throw him up all the time. Was he just a loose unit? Is he?
Mate, it was good fun. He's just good fun. He's when you get people that are just good energy to be around.
Yeah.
He's just one of those blokes.
Yeah.
Any more surveys, Sats?
Yeah.
No. Oh, Woogie bought a car.
Oh.
He bought it about 9 months ago.
Oh, mate, why
and
do
he
you-
bought a car and he bought it from a supermarket.
I didn't.
No.
You know when you
You're
go,
an idiot, mate.
you know when you go
You
to
are-
supermarkets and there's like a shop front that has got, no one's leased it out, so they go to a car company and they say just throw your cars in here that no one's heard of, and it gets 200 kilometres per charge.
Oh, you're
And
an idiot.
The only reason I knew today that he got his new car over the weekend, I followed the extension cord into the office. It's embarrassing.
You're an idiot.
So how long does it take to
embarrassing.
charge?
Oh,
3 days.
There's 3 different ways you can charge.
3
But if you're
days.
It does not. Fast charge about an hour from 0 to full, and there's other. It goes back from there.
Do you think we'll all be, within 5 years, we'll all have EVs? No?
No.
No,
No.
no,
10?
I don't think so.
10?
No, I don't think it'll ever all be EVs. But mate, the country's just too big to drive electric cars around. It's not like Europe where everyone's on top of each other. You've got short distances, but it's just yeah. No, I don't know. The uptake on EVs has been slow already, so I don't know.
They are quite expensive. Boys, what did you make of the great Queenslander Cameron Smith, the golfer, missing the cut? He said he was at the pub for a
He
little
was
bit.
at the races too.
Yeah, he said I was at the pub for a little bit longer than I should. People have been hammering him, saying, this is what happens when you're getting paid too much money. But fair enough, he's had a big year.
Yeah, do
What
as
about
you
him on the
please.
shoulder of his mates at the Brecky Creek Hotel
awesome.
watching a
That's-
replay?
watching the putt.
Epic.
Yeah,
Play on.
that is
yeah.
good.
Well,
Right.
what about the Australian cricketers going to the pub after the test to celebrate yesterday? They want to be, they want to mix amongst their supporters and be more normal. So they go to a pub. They sent a photo. Mitch Stark sent a photo to a colleague of ours. Go, look, we're doing what you said. We're in the pub. We're being normal. There's no one there with them. They're in a private room out the back. What's the point?
Yeah.
Bay Marie.
I think you're off the bit about these cricketers, Woogie. Am I sensing that?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, you're right.
Mate,
Hit
you
the nail on
can
the head,
buy
sugar.
a ticket. You can buy a ticket for the first day of the Gabba test against South Africa, which is a Saturday, $10.
He's been banging on about this for a couple of weeks now.
When have you ever seen tickets that cheap to the cricket?
Okay, what's the main reason? Is there too much cricket?
I think it's the opposition too.
The opposition.
Well, there's no.
South Africa are good, Fletch.
That's what. No, well, I mean, well, wait until we see this crowd, the crowd for South Africa. No doubt the Sydney Test will be chockers. Day one. There'll be
But how
30,000 there.
likeable is this team? That's been some of the feedback. So what's the reason why we're having such a poor turnout?
Well, they're saying that it's because of what they did to Langer. I don't think it is. I think, one, there is too much cricket.
Yep.
Two, it was on a Wednesday.
Yes.
People are obviously working. And three, the opposition.
I don't reckon the Wednesday. Like, how many years have we seen things midweek and people get days off work to go to those games? I don't think the
Well, no one's on,
midweek's a cop
no
out.
one's on holidays because it always used to be the Brisbane Test.
But day one at the Gabba used to be the end of November. It was a Thursday. No one on holidays then.
Yeah.
They're on the nose. They are on the nose. And our listeners text us and call us every night, don't they, Saints?
Yeah.
And they go, we won't be watching. We're sick of the wokeism and all this sort of stuff. So I just think they've got an image issue.
Okay, well, how do we fix it?
I don't know. They've got to start hanging out with normal people at the pub in a private room. That's what they've got to do, Fletch.
Hey, on the wokeism, right, and a serious question, is it set in stone now, here to stay? Like, are we living with perceived wokeism for the rest of our life?
Hope not.
We
I hope
can't go
not.
back on it.
Yes,
know
we
that.
can.
Does it start to
Things
iron out a little
Change.
bit?
Things change.
Yeah.
Individuals can't.
Generation.
Groups can, but individuals can't
generational
once they
thing,
draw
right?
a line in the sand. I
I've
think
said this all along.
professionally
Bring
they
back the cane or the strap at schools.
Yes.
Flog them.
Yeah. Flog them.
So anyone who's woke, they just get the cane. Is
They
that what
get
you're saying?
caned. Public
Yeah,
flogging.
I'm for that.
We used to
And
I
not,
used
and
to
not
go to-
Joel's sort of flogging. Oh, yeah. Because that might bring back the crowds. Speaking of which, Henri, you're back, son.
all the authorities.
Come back, sacre bleu.
Righto, boys, we've got to go. We'll leave you with this.
Good
I'm
exit.
not eating French onion dip this weekend.
You can do what you want.
Gosh, see you, boys.
There you are.